Does the YouTube algorithm stress you out or wonder why does YouTube hate you? Well, in today's video, I'm going to tell you how you can finally master the YouTube algorithm. Hi, my name is Trina, and here on my channel, I'm committed to helping you do YouTube better. And one of those ways is to really understand the YouTube algorithm, especially if you think YouTube isn't recommending your content. You're probably thinking that YouTube hates you. So what are some of the things that you can do to start getting YouTube to like your content and start recommending it and suggested and showing it up in search? Well, I've got 3 things that you want to work on to bust the YouTube algorithm. The first thing I want you to focus on is click-through rate. Now you can find this click-through rate in the YouTube Studio Beta. You're just gonna go in, you can look at every single video that you've created, or you can look at your channel as a whole, or you can look at the month average of a click-through rate. But it's really important to know what's your click-through rate, and here's why. Your click-through rate is going to tell you how enticing your title and your thumbnail are. Now, your content could be amazing and change lives, but if nobody actually clicks on your thumbnail to watch that video, they're never going to see it. That's why it's so important to really watch this metric and really spend time making it better. Now, what is the best percentage for a click-through rate? Well, obviously, if you aren't seeing the results you want to see on your channel, you want to improve your click-through rate. So I would suggest if you want to see growth on your channel and you're looking at your click-through percentage, you want to set a percentage higher. And if you hit that, set a percentage higher and keep going up. Just keep battling with yourself. There is no right click-through rate percentage that's like this magical number. You just want to keep getting it better because that means more people are clicking on your content, and that's telling YouTube, hey, this video is enticing to people, it gets them to click on it, and we're gonna suggest it to some more people. Now let's run through some of the best practices for titles and thumbnails to increase those click-through rates. So what's really important to understand with your thumbnail and your title is you probably need to figure this out before you even shoot any of your content. I already know shooting my video right now, the title of this video. That way I could make sure my content is crafted around that title. I make sure I reiterate that title in some form at the beginning of the video so that when you click on it, you're reassured that the reason why you clicked on this video is what you're actually going to get. Now, if you film your content and then you try to come up with a title last minute, sometimes it doesn't necessarily reflect what you're talking about in your video. You just wanna get that best optimized title, and it doesn't really pitch the value that you're actually talking about. And that's really gonna affect your audience retention, which is what we're gonna talk about here next, but you have got to figure out what your title and your thumbnail is going to be before you shoot your content. So the next thing you wanna do with your title is stop keyword stuffing. You don't want to shove all these different optimized words into your title because here's the deal. We as humans are clicking on your video, and you don't need to optimize for robots. YouTube is already going to know what your content is about based on what you're saying in your content, so they're going to know where to place your videos. It's going to be up to you in that title to really intrigue and hook people to want to click on your title. In fact, if you look at a lot of family vloggers, they tend to do this really well. A lot of their titles aren't optimized, search engine optimized, but they're pitching a story and they're getting people engaged by the title and the thumbnail. It's not because they perfectly optimized their title, it's because they really got people excited and curious about the video. So if you're teaching educational content, really pitch the value of what you're going to teach in your video. What's the outcome that they're going to see if they watch your video? If you're a vlogger or you have an entertainment channel, what is the story? Tease the story. That's how you're going to get people to click based on your title. Now remember, your click-through rate just isn't how well your title did, but it's also your thumbnail. So your thumbnail and your title work together to give you that click-through rate. So what things should you be doing with your thumbnail? Well, first, you really want to minimize the amount of text you have on that thumbnail. You do not need to reiterate the title of your video in that thumbnail. You don't need to cram a lot of text in that thumbnail. You also, as you're creating your thumbnail, want to shrink it down to a smaller size because over 50% of people are watching YouTube on their mobile devices. So you want to think about, as people are scrolling through their phone, they're going to see this thumbnail in like a tiny image. And so make sure what you put on that thumbnail is possible to be seen when your thumbnail is shrunken down. The next thing you want to do with your thumbnail is definitely have you on that thumbnail if possible. The thing is, us as humans, again, connect with humans. And even better, we connect with the whites of that person's eyes. It's a psychological thing. So if you can put your face somewhere on that thumbnail, it's going to help you increase your click-through rate because that person feels they can trust this video because they can see you and the whites of your eyes. And finally, another thing to help your click-through rate is brand those thumbnails. Make sure if somebody clicks on one of your videos and they really like it, it's easier for them to find another one of your videos on your thumbnails. So for me, I always have like the little pink corner so that if you watch one of my videos and then you go over to suggested and you're scrolling, my videos are really going to pop out because you're going to see that pink tab. And if you like the content that I shared, you're more than likely going to click on another video of mine. So make sure it's really easy for your viewer to find your thumbnails and make sure they can be like, yes, that's a Trina thumbnail, or yes, that's this person's thumbnail. All right, so once you get people to click on your video, the next thing you want to focus on is your audience retention. And most importantly, the first 5 to 15 seconds of your video. This tends to be the biggest spot people drop off when watching your videos. This is why it's going to be so important for you to really figure out the title of your video so you can open that video reiterating the title in some way. So you saw the title of my video and then this was the intro. Does the YouTube algorithm stress you out or wonder why does YouTube hate you? Well, in today's video, I'm going to tell you how you can finally master the YouTube algorithm. I told you I was going to help you master the YouTube algorithm, which was in my title. So again, you just really need to hook that viewer in the first 5 to 15 seconds by letting them know this is the value or this is the story of the video you're going to get out of it. This is called the hook of your video. And another way to improve audience retention in the hook of your video is making sure you're speaking to that person on the other end of the camera. So using the word you in the first 5 seconds will help you increase your audience retention. I'm going to link to a study down below from a fellow YouTuber who studied this on 30,000 videos. And what it showed is when you use the word you in the first 5 seconds, and if you can say you or yours or any variation of that in the 15 seconds twice, you're going to increase your audience retention. Again, you want to think about really personalizing this and thinking about that person you're speaking to. They don't want to feel like you're talking to the masses. They're coming to YouTube to get more personal with the person talking to them. You want to create a community, so you want that person on the other end of your camera to feel like you are speaking to them personally. Then the second place that audience retention tends to really drop off is at the end of your video. Now, what I see as a YouTube strategist on channels that tend to really start taking off is if they can get 50% of people who start watching their video to the end of their video. So that's something you can look at in your audience retention graph. And you're not looking at the average audience retention, you're looking at the end of video. So that last 20 seconds when you can add end screens. If you can get 50% of people to that last 20 seconds, YouTube starts recommending more of your content for 2 reasons. 1, you're proving to YouTube that if they put this video in front of people, they're gonna watch it to the end. And 2, you're gonna increase your chances of getting people to click through to another video of yours on the end screen. So how do you keep from people dropping off at the end of your videos? Well, you want to avoid any type of signals that this video is over. So you don't want to say like this final step or in conclusion or what you learned today or thanks for watching, because that tells the viewer video is gone. They're clicking on to that next one. So you want to continue sharing content up until basically that last 20 to 15 seconds, and you want to easily roll your content into a call to action to watch that next video. So for me, maybe I would say, as I'm wrapping up my content, say, now if you're ready to script your videos to make sure you keep your audience retention up, watch the video that is on your screen right now. You see how I am easily flowing from my content into a call to action to click through to another video. That's going to roll into the third way to really hack the YouTube algorithm, and it's increasing your end screen click-throughs. So far we talked about your click-through rate, we've talked about your audience retention, and this third one we're talking about is your end screen click-through rates. You can actually find this number based on your channel as a whole and also by individual videos. And what this percentage is how many people that see the end screen are actually clicking through. Now remember, you want to keep people watching, so you want to get as many people who start your video as possible to the last 20 seconds to get to your end screen. And then you really want to focus on presenting them with a video that really makes sense that they're going to want to click through. For me, the mistake I had made previously was just putting the best for viewer video option on my end screen. And what I'm realizing after I tested that is it's not the best option for my viewers, strangely enough. When I can pick a video that really makes sense as kind of like part 2 from the video I'm talking in, that's where I see that end screen click-through rate go up. And so one of the other things that I do before I even shoot my content now is I come up with the title and the thumbnail, and I also come up with the click-through, the end screen click-through that I want to have at the end of the video. So now that you know how to get YouTube suggesting more of your content, you're going to get more views, right? And you're going to want to make more money with YouTube. So I want you to watch that video that is on my screen right now where I share with you how I make $10,000 a month from my YouTube channel, so you can start using all these new views that are going to come to your channel since you're hacking the YouTube algorithm and make more money. I'll see you over on that video.